Many of you know that we are in a warfare, a war against our souls, a war against our eternal destination. When we think of warfare, a lot of times we only think of offenses and how the enemy will use people against us. But how many of you know that one of the major tactics of the enemy's strategic plan is the fight against our time with God? The enemy doesn't want us to spend time with God. Have you ever thought about when you were trying to study the word, read the word, how distraction will come, or it seems like you can't pay attention, or you start thinking about your to-do list, or you start saying, let me get all these other things out of the way so that I can make space for the word, and you never get in it? Have any of you ever thought about how the word of God says to pray without ceasing, but we find ourselves barely praying? We find ourselves forgetting to talk to God about things. We are in a warfare, my brothers and sisters. Ephesians 6 says, therefore, put on every piece of God's armor so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you will still be standing firm. Stand your ground, putting on the belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news so that you will be fully prepared. And in addition to all these, hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Put on salvation as your helmet and take the word of the Spirit, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. My brothers and sisters, we must make it a priority to seek God by reading his word, by studying his word, and by praying without ceasing. This is the warfare.